Hello guys, so today we are going to solve. In the previous video we have done 29 questions which were of JEE main level. Now we are going to solve some about 15 questions in this video which are JEE advanced. After I cover, means I am just doing some solved example which I got from, which I collected, so I want to finish them, then we will move back to Singlish problems, means multiple choice correct answers, and then we will move to that previous year JEE main questions and some numericals. Okay, so let's begin with the first problem. The first problem says consider the equation x square plus 2x minus n equal to 0, where n belongs to natural number and n belonging to 5 to 100. Total numbers of different values of n so that the given equation has integral root is a4, b6, c8, d3. Okay, now we have to find total number of different values of n. So it is telling it should be integer. Now if you recall, what are the condition to it for it to be integer? The discriminant should be a integral means perfect square. So let us just apply that. Okay, x is minus 2 plus minus under root b square 4 minus 4a minus n into 1 upon 2 into 1. Okay, further on here it will become 4 plus minus plus, here it will become plus 4 into n upon 2. Moving on further, we can remove the 2, which is, so it will become 1 plus minus under root 1 plus n upon 2. Now this one, now n belongs to 5 to 100. Okay, and in this n, how many perfect squares are? Okay, how many perfect squares are? They are as follow. First 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. Okay, now but for n plus, means for 1 plus n, it will be n comma 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. So we will just move this n there. They will become, the n will become 8, 15, 24, 35, 48, 63, 80, 99. So if these n values are, then it will become a perfect square. The other way you can do this is taking n plus 1, then it will become 6 to 101. Then count the total number of perfect square here. Okay, and in this, both this means they are just different approaches to just get the same answer. This approach I have already solved such similar question, okay, in which n plus 1 was there, and I solved it by like this method, but now I am solving it like this. So you can learn multiple approaches of solving a single question. Moving on further, so here how many integral values are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 8. So C is the answer, 8. Okay, let's move on to next question. If the equation k into 6x square plus 3 into plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 equal to 0, and 6k into 2x square plus 1 plus px plus 4x square minus 2 equal to 0 have both roots common, then the value of 2r minus p is. Okay, now we want to find the value of 2r minus p. Now it is telling the main point you must know in this problem. It is telling that it has both roots common, and you know the common condition means the a1 upon a2 means listen, 2 roots common, right? So condition you must know, a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, right? This was the condition. Now we will apply it, but before applying it we will just simplify the equation which is given, means the given quadratic equation. So let's just simplify it. It will become 6k x square plus 3k plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 equal to 0, which we will simplify 6k plus 2 x square plus 3 plus 3 no 3, it will not be 3, rx, okay, rx plus 3k minus 1, okay, equal to 0. This will become our first equation, it is r, okay, I'm taking it as first. In second equation it will be 12k x square plus 6k, okay, plus px plus 4x square minus 2 equal to 0. Moving on further, what we have here, 12k plus 4 x square, okay, and here we have px, like there we have rx. Now here it will be 6k minus 2 equal to 0, so we will take it as 2. Okay, now we will apply the two roots common condition, which will be as follow: 6k plus 2 upon 6k plus 2 upon 12k plus 4, okay, should be equal to r upon p should be equal to 3k minus 1 upon 6k minus 2. Now how we can approach it further? Here if we take 2 common, okay, from here if we take 2 common it will be 3k plus 1, and from here if we take 4 common it will be 3k plus 1, right? Moving on further, it will be r by p. Here it will be 3k minus 1 only, but if we take 2 common here it will become 3k minus 1, okay. So it will become 1 by 2 r upon p equal to 1 by 2. Now you can take anyone, consider anyone, means if we consider r upon p equals to 1 by 2, okay, so what we will do, it will become 2r equals to p, okay. What we need to find? 2r minus p, so 2r minus p is equal to 0, okay, 2r minus p is equal to 0, okay. A is the answer, right? A is the answer. 2r equals to p, 2r, okay, 2r equals to 2r minus p equal to 0, okay. A is the answer. Now the third question is the entire graph of the expression y equals to x square plus kx minus x plus 9 is strictly above x axis if and only if. Now you must know the condition for it to be above. First condition is a greater than 0. If a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0, then the graph will be above, means its root should be imaginary, which we indirectly mean d less than 0, okay. Now let's just apply the condition. Here a is greater than 0, as you can see it is 1, so we will not check this and we will apply this directly. But before applying it, let's simplify this, because we don't want to do silly mistakes, okay. After simplifying the given quadratic equation, we will apply d less than 0. When we will apply, it will be k minus 1 the whole square minus 4, 1 into 9, it should be less than 0, right guys? Moving on further, it will be k square minus 2k plus 1, and here will 36 less than 0, and it will become k square minus 2k minus 35 should be less than 0, okay guys. Now we want to just find the values. It's 75, okay, k square 7k, okay, 7k plus 5k minus 35 less than 0, and we get k minus 7 and k plus 5, and it is less than 0, so the k will lie between minus 5 to 7, okay. So B is the answer, and this was easy question, okay. Let's move on further. Okay, The fourth problem is as follow: f of x equals to x square plus 4x plus 1. Then now it is a J advanced level problem because we have to check it by option. Okay, but the first option, it is telling f of x is greater than 0 for all x, but we know a is greater than 0. And here d, let's check d. It is 16 minus 4 into 1, okay, which is 12, which is greater than 0. Okay, now when such condition arrives, f of x can be positive or negative or 0, anything. So a is wrong. Let's check B option. We were checking A here. Let's see B. Now it is telling f of x greater than 1 when x is greater than equal to 0. So let's just apply it, and here x square plus 4x plus 1 greater than 1, and x into x plus 4 greater than 0. And after this, what we get? X 0 minus 4, positive negative positive, x belongs to minus infinity to minus 4 union 0 to infinity. Okay, so here x is either less than minus 4 or x is or here it is or x is greater than 0, but here they have told it should be greater than equal to 0, which is not possible. So B is wrong. Okay, just see, even a slightest difference matters when it comes to JEE advanced level question. Okay, so let's move on to third problem, which is telling f of x is less than equal to 1. In such, don't get scared by seeing f of x greater than equal to 1. It is just telling us put the f of x and just equate it to get a function and find its x nature. Okay, so here we will do the same thing, and you know here it will also be x plus 4 greater than equal to 0, and here we will get x less than equal to minus 4 or x greater than equal to 0. But here they have given one option which matches, so this is the correct answer, right? C is the answer. Now let's check D. For our curiosity, we must check, and it is telling f of x is equal to f of minus x. F of minus x means just replace x by minus x. So x square plus 4x plus 1 should be equal to x square minus 4x plus 1, which indirectly means 4x should be equal to minus 4x. Can this be possible? No, this cannot be possible, so no solution, means this is also wrong. Okay, so C is the answer. Okay guys, okay, C is the answer. Okay, now we are moving on question number 5. The complete solution set of the inequality x की power 4 minus 3x cube plus 2x square upon x square minus x minus 30 is greater than equal to 0 is. Okay, so let's check the bottom quadratic equation nature. It's D. It is 1 minus 4 into minus 30. It is surely greater than equal to 0, so it is not always positive, so we have to solve it. So just let's see whether it can be broken into its root. So yes, it can be broken. It can be broken into 6x minus 5x. Okay, 6x minus 5x minus 30. Okay, x minus 6 and x plus 5. Okay, x minus 6 and x minus 5. Here we got this. Okay, x minus, we will write it like this. And now just check x4 minus 3x cube plus 2x square. Okay, plus 2x square. So let's just check the x raised to 4 minus 3x cube plus 2x square part. We can take x square common from it. It will become x square minus 3x plus 2. Okay, can we break it into parts? Yes. S minus x plus 2, and it will be x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, so we have broken almost many of them. Now let's just put, so we can write x square 4 minus 3x cube plus 2x square like this. X square into x minus 2 into x minus 1 upon x minus 6 into x plus 5. Okay, greater than 0. Okay, after doing this, what we can do, let's plot the number line. Okay, in number line just plot the value. There will be 0, that is confirmed, and there will be minus 5, there will be 2 and 1 and 6 also. Okay, now remember we cannot include 6 and minus 5. Why? Because in the bottom, means in the denominator, it should never become 0, otherwise it will become not defined, and we do not want it to become not defined, so we will never include it. So I will put a like this, so that I never include it. Now it has even power, so we will be careful during taking its solving inequality. Okay, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, wait, here it is even sign, so it will be negative. Now here it will be positive. When any polynomial function has even power and it is placed in wavy curve, the sign on its side, means like in this side and this side, remains same, while if it has odd power, the sign changes. Okay, these small things should not be taught because they are already taught in inequalities. You should have do inequalities before moving on to quadratic equations. Okay, so now let's just collect our answer. So x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5, which is not included, union 2 to 1. Okay, 2 to 1, both should be included. Okay, and union 6 to infinity. Now there will also be 0, because when we place 0, it will be equal to 0. When we place 2 and 1, it will be, so we will include such points. Okay, and which option is this? B is the answer. Okay, B is the answer. Now let's do question number 6. The question number 6 is as follow: if the inequality m minus 2 x square plus 8x plus m plus 4 greater than 0 is satisfied for all x belonging to R, then the least integral m is. Okay, we want to find the least, means the least value of m. There are many m values, so we want to find the lowest possible values of m. Now the quadratic function, which is f of x, it is greater than 0. When such condition is possible, when a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0, right? So a is greater than 0, so m minus 2 should be greater than 0, so m should be greater than 2. Okay, now let's apply d less than 0, which will be 64 minus 4 m minus 2 into m plus 4. Okay, right, that should be less than 0. Now if we cut, it will become 16 m square plus 4m minus 2m minus 8 should be less than 0. Moving on further, 16 minus m square, it will be 2m, and then we will minus 2m plus 8 should be less than 0. We will simplify it, minus m square minus 2m, 24 less than 0, just reverse the sign, 24 greater than 0. Okay, now we will try to take okay, we got it. It will be 6m minus 4m. Okay, greater than 0, and we will get m plus 6, m minus 4. Okay, so here the answer m will belong from minus infinity to minus 6 union 4 to infinity, but now we will take intersection of 1 and 2. Taking intersection of 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. So m will belong from it should be greater than 2, when 4 to infinity, right? Now 4 is not included, so the least means the lowest m value will be 5. So B is the answer. Okay, B is the answer. Okay, B is the answer. Let's move on further. Question number 7. If alpha comma beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 2p into x minus 4 minus 15 equal to 0, then the set of values of p for which one root is less than 1 and the other root is greater than 2. Now here a is greater. First let's simplify the quadratic equation. 2px plus 8p, okay, 8p minus 15 should be equal to 0, right? We are right. Okay, after this here a is greater than 0, so we know that parabola means the parabola will be upward facing. Now the other point, it is telling if it has some root alpha and here it has some root beta. Now it is telling one root is less than 1 and the other root is greater than 2. If we take it here 2, it will be greater than, and here if we take 1, the root will be less than. Okay, so both should lie inside alpha and beta. Now what is the condition in such problem? So f1 should be less than 0 and f2 should be less than 0. As if we take here, it will be negative. Okay, you can also predict condition like this. And the other way is no, yes, this it is the only condition. Okay, so we will do f1 less than 0 first. So just put 1 minus 2p plus 8p minus 15 should be less than 0. See what we are getting, plus 6p minus 14 should be less than 0. So p 14 by 6, p should be 7 by 3 less than. Now f of 2, it will be 4, right, minus 4p, okay, plus 8p minus 15 should be less than 0. Okay, moving on further, minus 11, okay, and here it will be plus 4p and less than 0, and then we will get 11 by 4. Now we will plot this point. Okay, it will be 11 by 4, okay, 11 by 4, 7 by 3, and here it is telling it should be, 7 by 3 will come here and 11 by 4 will come here, just reverse. Okay, so it is telling it will be less than this, and it is telling it is less than this, so we will take intersection, means this part. So p will be less than 7 by 3, so p belongs to minus infinity to 7 by 3. So what is the option? B is the answer. Okay, so be done with question number 7. Moving on further, here comes question number 8, which is telling if alpha comma beta be the roots of 4x square minus 6x plus lambda equal to 0. Okay, 0 where lambda belongs to R such that here we have given its one root alpha which is between 1 and 2 and the other root which is between 2 and 3, then the number of integral solution of lambda is. Okay, we have to find the integral solution of lambda. Okay, now let's after checking the equation, it is clear that it will be upward facing parabola. Okay, we are done with this. Now if I consider it alpha and if I consider it beta, it is telling it is between 1 and 2, and while it is between 2 and 3. Now here you can solve it by two method, like f1 into f2 it is less than 0, or f2 into f3 it is less than 0. Combine these two conditions, but what I prefer is solving it like this, like in 2 lies between alpha and beta, so f of 2 should be less than 0 for a greater than 0. Okay, like this. And further f1 will be greater than 0 and f3 will be greater than 0. Okay, we will apply these conditions. So we will do the first condition, which is f2 less than 0. So we will apply 4 into 4 minus 16 into 2 plus lambda should be less than 0. It is 16 minus 32, lambda less than 0, so lambda less than 0, 16. Okay, we got this. It will be 1. F of 1 greater than 0, 4 minus 16 plus lambda should be greater than 0, so here it will become minus 12 plus lambda greater than 0, so lambda should be greater than 12. Okay, from 3 what we get, take it as 2. Let's do it here. F of 3 greater than 0. Okay, if we take it, it will come positive only. Okay, so we have derived such conditions. So f of 3 it will be 4 into 9 minus 16 into 3 plus lambda greater than 0, 36, 48 greater than 0, minus 8 plus lambda greater than 0, so lambda should be greater than 8. Okay, now let's just add on, just understand what we have done till now. 12, 8, 16. Okay, the first condition tells it will be less than 16. Okay, we are done. 10 greater than 12. Okay, third condition is greater than 8. Okay, so from where it will belong, so it will lambda will belong from 12 to 16. The number of integrals from in 12 and 16, how many numbers lie? 13, 14, 15, 3 numbers lie, so number of solution will be 3, so D is the answer. Okay guys, D is the answer. Okay, let's move on. Question number 9. Question number 9, if two roots of the equation x cube minus px square plus qx minus r equal to 0 are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign, then okay, two roots are equal in magnitude and opposite in sign. Okay, so how we will approach this problem? Two roots, so we it is a cubic equation, it will have 3 roots. Okay, so if we take alpha, minus alpha and beta as its root, then sum of the root will be beta equals to p. Okay, so we got its one root as beta, so we can put it. So when we will put it, it will become p cube minus p into p square plus p cube minus r equal to 0, and these two will nullify, so which indirectly will give us pq equal to r, which is A option. No, A option, not A option, sorry, C is the answer. Okay guys, okay, so question number 10, let alpha comma beta comma gamma be the roots of x minus a, x minus b into x minus c equal to d, where d is not equal to 0. Then the roots of the equation x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma plus d equal to 0 are. Okay, so we have to find its root. Now here x minus alpha, x minus beta, okay, x minus beta, x minus gamma is equal to minus d, where d, x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma is equals to minus time x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. Okay, so we will write this a minus x, b minus x. If we take minus minus out, it will become plus, and 1 minus will move on to this c minus x. So by comparing here, ax will be a, x will be b, and x will be c. So a, b, c are its root. Okay, which is b is the answer. B is the answer. This one was easy. Okay, question number 11. If the quadratic equation 3x square plus ax plus 1 equal to 0 and 2x square plus bx plus 1 have a common root, then the value of the expression. Okay, in common root, so it has one common root, so we should apply here. There is no other approach. Taking alpha means you have to do, there is one other way in which you have to put consider alpha as its common root and then cancel out the square term and then further move on. Okay, so but we will here we will not apply that ideology. Instead we will just apply the single root, means single common root condition. First check that, because it is more convenient rather than moving on to this multiplying the term, equating them, and it has more chances of getting silly mistakes, which will if you do some silly mistake in such crucial exam, then it is going to means it is going to pay, means it will cost your time as well, and it is not going to work for you at that time. So the common root condition is a good approach rather than making the equation same and getting a and b relation. Okay, so we will apply common root condition. So if we take its coefficient 3a1 and its coefficient are 2b1, so let's write the common root condition, which is 3 2ab, further a b 1 1, further 1 1 3 2 square. This is the common root condition, which is 3b minus 2a, further on a minus b, further on 2 minus 3 the whole square. So 3ab, it will become 3ab minus 3b square minus 2a square plus 2ab, it will become 1. Okay, and here we see 5ab, okay, 5ab, okay, minus 2a square minus 3b square equal to 1. So its value is 1, so b is the answer. Okay guys, now in this question number 12, it is telling the least value of the expression. The least value of the expression x square plus 2xy plus 2y square plus 4y plus 7 is. Okay, now here it has not mentioned anywhere that x is real, it has distinct root. So don't go for d greater than equal to 0. I am telling you, because many children try to do, they try to make quadratic equation in x and take d greater than equal to in without even checking a single time that whether it has given that d is greater than equal to 0. D is greater than equal to 0 is given when it has been told that x is real or y is real. Then you can make quadratic equation in y and just apply d greater than e. But here they have not mentioned anything, so we have to go by basic approach. Means in basic approach, how we try to, means in quadratic equation they will mostly, they will teach you that how to find maximum and minimum value of a quadratic equation. The only possible way is making a perfect square, right guys? So we will try to make it a perfect square. So how can we make here 2xy plus y square plus 4y plus 7, okay, equal to 0. We want to find this least value, so here we can make, here it is a perfect square and we can make it as a perfect square 2 by, here if it is 4 then it will be a perfect square 2, then x plus y the whole square plus y plus 2 the whole square plus 3. Okay, this is our f of x. Now its minimum value can be 0. Okay, as x square minimum value is 0. When it will be? When x is equals to minus y. Its minimum value will be 0 when y is equals to minus 2. So the minimum value means when these two become 0, minimum value, not when will these two become 0? This will become 0 when x is equals to minus 1, and this will become 0 when y is equals to minus 2. Okay guys, so but its value will be 3 no matter these two become 0. So its least value means least possible value of f of x, let me consider it as f of x or fz. Its value is 3, and which is C. So C is the answer. Okay. Now here question number 13, which says if alpha comma beta comma gamma comma delta are the roots of the equation x की power 4 minus kx cube plus kx square plus lx plus m equal to 0, where k, l, m are real number, then the minimum value of alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square. Now we have solved many questions and we have came across such conditions where it tells you to find this value. Then you must know that it is alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta the whole square minus 2 into summation alpha beta. Okay, so let's just find here some alpha which is k, where here alpha into beta it is also k. Okay, so just put on the value k square minus 2k, and we want to find the minimum value. If we take common, but it is not an inequality, so taking k common it is not a good idea. So minimum value, let's make it a perfect square. Okay, you must always be ready with the idea of making a perfect square in quadratic equation, because it is crucial part, because when you don't have any inequalities in the problem, so try to make minimum and maximum value. Means perfect squares to get minimum and maximum value. So here k minus 1 the whole square minus 1, its minimum value will be 0. It means it can max to max become 0. So the least possible value of this expression will be minus 1, so which is B. So B is the answer. Okay guys. Now question number 14, the roots of the equation x cube plus px square plus qx minus 19 equal to 0 are each one more than the roots of the each one more than the x cube minus ax square plus bx minus c equal to 0, where a b c and comma p and q are constants, then the value of a plus b plus c is okay. And to find the value of a plus b plus c, now let's just calculate the quadratic equation. What roots we will assume it? Its root we will assume alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 and gamma plus 1. As it is told, its roots are one more than the roots of this equation, which is x cube minus ax square plus bx minus c equal to 0. Its root will be alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, now moving on further, let's try to get the sum and product of the roots of these equations, and can we get any? So here this one is easy to get. It summation alpha is A, summation alpha beta is B, summation here no summation alpha beta gamma, it is C. Okay, now here alpha plus 1 plus beta plus 1, here we will not use summation, instead just directly do it. Here it will be minus b. Okay, so alpha plus beta plus gamma plus 3 minus b, beta plus gamma equals to minus b minus 3. Okay. Moving on further, make it a box. Okay, and the next is alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1, okay, into gamma, beta plus 1 into gamma plus 1, then gamma plus 1 into alpha plus 1 equals to q Okay, now it will be alpha beta plus beta plus 1. Okay, this will be beta gamma plus gamma plus 1. Okay, this will be gamma alpha plus gamma and alpha plus 1 equal to q. Here alpha plus beta plus gamma plus alpha. Okay, and here it is it is alpha plus, let me check, it is beta alpha beta. Okay, beta I got alpha beta plus 1. Okay, here I have 2 alpha and 2 beta. Okay, here I have 2 into alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, plus 1 alpha, 2 beta, 2 gamma. Okay, now n plus 3 equal to q. Now what we see here further, any further. Okay, we are done with this. Now do we get any idea to move on this question? Okay, let's get the last one, alpha plus 1 beta plus 1 into gamma plus 1. Okay, which is equal to here, which one we are doing, this one. Okay, 19. So let's first do these two. It will be alpha beta plus alpha, then beta plus 1. Okay, then we will solve it by this. It will be alpha beta gamma plus alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha beta gamma plus beta plus gamma plus 1 should be equal to 19. Okay, now what we are getting alpha plus beta. Here we are getting, okay, let's arrange it. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, then we are alpha plus beta plus gamma plus 1 equal to 19. Okay, do we have these values? Yes, we have C it, and this we have as B. From here we are taking it, these values. Okay, and here we have this at A plus 1 equal to 19. So A plus B plus C, it was 18. So here I thought from here we can get, okay, I was getting idea of A plus B. Okay, but here we are not getting any C. So I thought let's move on further and see whether we can get any C here. Okay, so we got our answer, which is 18, and A is the answer. Okay, moving on the last question of today's, which is the equation x cube plus 5x square plus px plus q. So question number 15, if the third root of each of the equation is represented by x1 and x2 respectively, then the ordered pair x1 comma x2 is. They have two roots in common. Okay, the third root of each of the equation is represented. Okay, so x cube plus 5x square plus px plus q equal to 0 if its roots are alpha, beta and x1 and x2 are distinct. Okay, so now here we have x cube plus 7x square plus px plus r equal to 0. Its root are alpha, beta and x2. Now moving on further, we have alpha plus beta plus x1 as minus 5, 1 take it as 1, and here we have alpha plus beta plus x2 as minus 7, 2. Here we have alpha plus beta into beta plus x1 into x1 plus, sorry what I am doing, sorry, alpha into beta plus beta into x1 plus x1 into alpha equal to it will be equal to p. Okay, and we can simplify it further. It can become x1 alpha plus beta equals to p. Take it as 3. Okay, let's do it in this question. It will become alpha beta plus beta x2 plus x2 alpha equals to p. Here also it is p. So let's make it simpler. X2 alpha plus beta to p, take it as 3. Okay, now if we subtract, okay, 4, subtract 4 minus 3, so when we do this, it will become 4 x2 minus x1 into alpha plus beta. Okay, alpha plus beta should be equal to 0. Now we have already told that x1, x2 and x1 are distinct, so they cannot, x2 minus x1 cannot be equal to 0, so alpha plus beta should be equal to 0. If alpha plus beta are equal to 0, then x1 should be equal to minus 5 and x2 should be equal to minus 7 from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2. So A is the answer. So we have done with 15 problems which were of means about JEE Main level. Now we will see more problems in the next lecture, and then we will come across multiple choice questions. Okay, and then after 1-2 more lectures of means after ending up Cengage, after this thing, finishing these examples which I got extra, we will solve Cengage and then move on to next chapters. Okay, see you guys in the next video.